So at this point of the panel, Steven gets really bored and literally starts walking off the stage into the crowd, which I think is blatantly disrespectful to his other two co-stars.
Steven wants to be recognized as Steven Ogg. He don't want you coming up to him saying Trevor, which is to me. Steven shouldn't be that way.
Because I'm a cartoon.
Steven Ogg is the guy who played Trevor in GTA 5, and at this point, it's pretty well known that he hates the character and is very condescending towards the fans of the game. So he, Ned Luke, and Sean Fontano, who played Michael and Franklin, did a panel at Comic Con Holland 2025 this year. So in this video, I'm doing a recap of Steven's entitled and ungrateful behavior throughout the panel. And his poor attitude is quite obvious because he's sitting next to Ned and Sean, who both clearly shown their love for the game. And you can see both Ned and Luke throughout the panel take subtle or not so subtle jabs at Steven because they know he's being a jerk.
Let me hear you go!
Look at that! Ned and Solo taking their phones out, trying to record the moment, but Steven doesn't even give a f***.
Welcome!
Look at that. Only Steven is not dabbing up the fans.
Have a seat if you feel, or shake some hands. Or not.
Or not. Did you hear the host? He said, or shake some hands or not, because obviously Steven doesn't want to even dap up the fans. He doesn't care. So the first question was, sometimes when you do voice acting, are you surprised how your voice sounds? So Ned gave a genuine answer, but this is what Steven says.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's like one of the first signs that you can tell that he doesn't like doing this. So I don't even know why he's here. So over here, you can clearly see Ned does not want anything to do with Steven. And for some weird reason, Steven appears to want Solo's approval. Look at how Solo greets the crowd.
Hey, what up, y'all? What's going on, man?
He's like happy to be there.
How we doing, Holland?
Word up, y'all.
Word up!
So the next question was, why did you guys want to act in GTA 5? And I want you guys to pay attention to Steven's response.
Why?
Why? Employment.
Yeah, exactly.
Work is
Employment.
good. Some actors have the choice, right? They're sitting at a desk with a bunch of opportunities. Most of us don't have that. It's you get an opportunity to work.
Look at Solo's face. Look at his face.
The GTA, or it could be a TV
He
show
can't
or a
stand
movie or
this
whatever.
dude, man.
You audition for it with the hope that you get it. So a lot of times it comes down to it's just the job you get.
So Steven almost makes it sound like he was forced to play the role because he doesn't have carte blanche like other famous actors who have more desirable roles like TV and movies. And I think like Steven is the type of guy who wants to be defined by TV and movies because he doesn't understand anything about games.
Steven wants to be recognized as Steven Ogg. He don't want you coming up to him saying Trevor, which is shitty to me. Steven shouldn't be that way. He was nobody before this. He was just a little actor that was, I mean, he was somebody, but he wasn't who he is today. This shit put him on a pedestal so high afterwards. I can't believe that you don't want to accept the recognition of being Trevor. Trevor is a iconic character, a protagonist. How you not want to acknowledge that when people come up to you and say, hey, Trevor, man, you supposed to turn your head and be like, and turn into Trevor. What? You on and act it out. Get these people that experience. You know what I'm saying? That's Steven, man. And I don't want to waste my interview talking about his ass right now, man.
I don't think you should poo-poo anything you've done if it's good. Like you'll hear guys get pissed off because fans call them voice actors. I'm not a voice actor. I'm performance capture. It's performance capture. It's like acting. We're everything we're doing is everything Michael does is me. But call me a voice actor. What the f? I don't care. I was 104 hours in the booth. I don't worry about shit like that. It doesn't bug me. Hey, you're Michael, aren't you? You're Franklin, right? We embrace that because you know what? The bottom line is a lot of people don't realize is that the fans, those are the game. Fans are the game.
So the next question is, what are the quotes you don't like? And both Ned and Solo answer, but Steven doesn't remember his lines from the script well enough to even have a favorite quote from the game. And you can actually see Solo make fun of him for not even remembering anything.
But I always like the ones that aren't. The ones that are
like what?
More imagined. Wasn't there the one, the kidnapped?
Why do you always gotta ask me what your lines
You
are?
know, I don't know.
He knows everything.
That's because like Ned and Solo actually do care about the characters and the work that they're doing to even remember a favorite line from the whole game. I can't believe like when you work on a project that long, you don't have a favorite line or even something that resonates with you because, you know, it's an amazing game and the writers for GTA 5 are really good. So this part, Steven admits about lying on stories that did not happen during production, including lying about his actual birthday to an interviewer because he didn't care.
No, I think that was one of those things I probably said and lied about. And then people believe it, and none of that was true.
And now every Q&A gets thrown back to you.
It's like, you know, you don't believe everything you read, kids. You know, it's...
Believe it, it's all true.
You say stuff and people, it's like I have a fake birthday in November that people wish me happy birthday. And it's probably because in an interview they asked my birthday and I was like, who f***ing cares when my birthday is? So I just made it up and now it's out there on my birthday. I'm like, okay, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Thank you so much for the birthday wishes.
Imagine being so condescending to people that actually care about when your birthday really is. Sometimes like Steven is like so confusing because like actors want to act because they want to be loved. So one of the things that actors would love you to know is their birthdays, but I guess he doesn't. The next question is, can you relate to the characters in real life? And Ned and Solo give really good, heartfelt and grateful responses, but this is Steven's response.
I guess it's probably that the character of Trevor he feels everything. Not necessarily appropriate at times, the things he feels, but that would be something I relate to is the no epidermis. Like no emotional filter, feeling a lot.
I think that's like a little bit of a Freudian slip. I feel that Steven does not like Trevor because Trevor is too similar to who he is in real life. And I think there's a little bit of self-hatred within Steven that you can actually see in Trevor. And that's why he plays Trevor so well. So the next question is, how do you feel about you looking like your character? And Steven had brought up his feelings about the character being just a cartoon, and he reinforces it in the panel and comes off like it's beneath him.
When we had this opportunity, I was like, they never liked when I say cartoon, but I was like, oh, I got to get a cartoon based on me, physically, animated. So I thought that was really cool.
He doesn't think it's cool. If you look at Steven's cameo videos, he doesn't like being portrayed as a cartoon character.
Steven Ogg here. Trevor, I guess? You might know me as the cartoon, because it's a cartoon and I'm real life, see, flesh. And that I'll see you out there, because I'm a cartoon, right? And I'll see you out there, because none of it's real. So I'm Steven Ogg. Trevor is a cartoon, so I did portray him. Using the magic of motion capture, but I myself could never be a cartoon, ever, because a cartoon is not even real.
I guess over here he tries to play it off cool, but you can clearly see he doesn't want to be there. So at this point of the panel, Steven gets really bored and literally starts walking off the stage into the crowd, which I think is blatantly disrespectful to his other two co-stars. So at this part, Nat knows Steven only cares about being recognized for being on TV shows like The Walking Dead, so he makes fun of him.
What are you doing? You looking for a Walking Dead panel?
You want to jump down or you want to find the stairs?
So continue, I'm still around, I'm just, keeping myself entertained.
I'm just keeping myself entertained. I have a feeling that Steven is Trevor and Trevor is Steven, but Steven doesn't like being Trevor because Trevor is so much like Steven. So at this point, a fan knows that Steven hates being associated with Trevor and tries to pander towards him by asking what does it feel like to work on Better Call Saul.
Great question. Great.
Did you plant that question?
No, it was well, I mean, the whole gang of Better Call Saul.
Look at Solo's reaction.
We were hoping to do 3. Like there was the first Sobchak with the mustache, the hair second with the big beard. And then there was going to be a third of...
Oh, he's checking his phone. He doesn't even care.
And that was going to be sort of the full thing. But I was unfortunately shooting in Vancouver, I think. And with the quarantine, couldn't get back. But a great group of people. Great question.
It's not even a Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul panel. It's a GTA 5 panel. And it's so disrespectful that Steven is even entertaining the question and he makes the whole panel about him. And you can clearly see the body language of both Ned and Solo and how they feel about Steven. So at this part, he finally thanks the fans in a very begrudging and resigned way. And I think over the years, Steven have benefited from the role and he feels like he has to reluctantly acknowledge it, at least in some capacity.
Very grateful and appreciative of these opportunities, because I always say we're not here, I'm not here if it wasn't for you guys. So it's always like thanks to everyone, because you pay to get in, you pay for this. It's a, it's a spend fest. So it's very much appreciated, and that's why we like to, I think we give good con, which, means, you come by our table and we appreciate you because it's the reason we're here. So
my biggest takeaway from this Q&A panel is that Steven still hates being associated with Trevor, maybe because of how closely he resembles the character from a personality standpoint, which I feel it's probably the reason he doesn't like the character, which sucks. I know I'm playing armchair psychology, but I feel that Steven is an image control freak who wants to only be identified with mainstream Hollywood type TV shows and movies. That's why he's horrified being associated with a quote-unquote cartoon character. Shout out to Ned and Solo for always being cool and accommodating with the fans, and basically coming off as two down-to-earth guys who appear grateful for the opportunity to be even immortalized in a game like GTA. Honestly, I think any actor would be grateful to even have a role like Trevor, but I guess that actor isn't Steven Ogg. Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos and gaming streams.